I keep saying that I want to get away from doing the shorts, but here I am doing them because I'm not happy with, my numbers, quite simply. So until I feel content enough, like, and I'll just throw out some numbers so you guys know, where my headspace is at. I would feel more comfortable with my content when I'm doing, let's just say, 1,000 views per video, no matter what the thumbnail looks like. So no matter what the fuck the thumbnail looks like, even if it's an ugly, bad thumbnail where I have my eyes closed, maybe if you see my gut, I don't care what the fucking the thumbnail looks like. As long as the thumbnail, it doesn't matter. Because you guys should know by now, if you've followed my stuff, that oftentimes, I even write it in the fucking bio description, that I will sometimes purposely use a completely irrelevant thumbnail, because everybody judges a book by its cover. And I seriously cling on to this belief that I have, because I told you recently, after studying some of my, like, okay, the positive thing that I can point out is that since I've been on my journey, I have made a few videos that are, reaching new heights, I guess you could say. And so yes, I know I'm slowly moving into a positive direction, but it's not to my liking because I'm an overachiever, right? And it's, not picking up fast enough, because I told you at my peak, when I was doing my adult stuff, I knew when I had a good thumbnail, because like, these are things that I could do outside of YouTube's terms and conditions. Like, I could do more things when I can expose more things, right? But with YouTube, it's just a different beast, and I got to learn how to conquer this game, I guess you could say. And when I had a video that would exceed 1,000 views, or have that momentum within the first week, I knew it was going to perform well. And I definitely had quite a few videos that were over the million mark. I don't know how many, but I just told you I had, over 100 million on that one channel. And then on that other, Flickr? Look, going over time. So this is just going to be a long format video. I mean, I know that I have viewers who do watch my longer videos, even though it's just a handful. The thing is, like, I just can't seem to figure this shit out. And it's really driving me nuts. Because, it's just a mixture of keywords, how the thumbnail looks. Because I told you that one that one video where it was like I killed a cockroach. Like, that one took off, surprisingly, for a long format video, and you can't see anything in the fucking thumbnail. So I know it's just that I killed keyword, even though it's not a keyword, but because probably people see that in the title, I'm sure that's the reason why they clicked on it. It's definitely not the thumbnail, because you can't see anything. It's in the dark. I was recording from my bed, and now I'm getting hot again because I have it on fan only. Now I'm going to put it on cool. I have it at 20 degrees. Alright, so look, you see? I can only do so many fucking things. Like, so right now I have him in my hand. But I also want to, feature the other dolls. I don't want anybody to feel left out. So, I have to give... Look, his head is so big. Usually, if I have somebody on me, then they'll just end up coming with me to the bathroom. And one of the favorite things that I say oftentimes is like, "Oh, you're not my favorite unless if you've been with me to the bathroom." So, because sometimes I have him stuffed in my shirt or whatever. Like, is everything is space energy time money. So I'm always trying to save either energy or time or space. And speaking of, space, energy, time, money, like, as a solo female nomadic lifestyle traveler, one of the constant things that I'm worrying about or wasting mental energy on is like, managing all my things. Whether it's just like, okay, I showed you guys, I want to make sure that this fucking thing of soap lasts for the rest of my time here. And, liquid, metal, rubber, all that shit is heavy, right? Makeup is heavy because you've got plastic or glass containers, and then, of course, the liquid product or powder. So it's just like, you would think that I would have mastered this by now. But really, in reality, it's just like, I'm just so ready to finally anchor down somewhere so I can start a new life, right? Because if you think about it, all these fucking stupid beauty routines or hair care, skin care, hair care, that shit requires what? Space, energy, time, money. Your products will take up space in your cupboard, or in your refrigerator, depending on what the product is, right? And I want to do like, homemade type of skincare, which is definitely time consuming, like with the rice water, or yeah, because you have to like put that, let it sit for like at least 24 hours, the rice water thing majigger. Let's see. And of course, like, just finding some sort of balance. That's what I want to do in life. Meaning having a life outside of, like, making videos. Because, like, let's just say back in the States, I know I spent an unhealthy amount of time, and this thing is strangling me. I know I spent an unhealthy amount of time home alone, making videos, and not really, I mean, yes, I did make like 2 friends, but you guys already know I just have trust issues, although, like, I still want to try. I mean, I don't want to try that hard, but at the same time, it's nice to have something outside of this, I know people probably just judge me all the time, but, like, obviously I can't, like, waste, mental energy worrying about what other people think of me. I just have to somehow learn how to be happy. I already told you guys I've been listening to the fucking alien abduction nonsense. And, my pursuits with magic, I mean, all I can say is, about that is I feel like I just wasted a lot of time, energy, and money on that stuff. Right? It's like, oh, well, when are you going to grow? Well, I really just need miracles or magic to happen because, like, how else am I going to magically grow my own penis? And, I'm so happy and grateful for my wealthy vampire parents because I don't want to fucking take care of them. I mean, call me selfish, but, like, dealing with dementia, etc., those types of things, I don't want to do it. I don't have the patience. Why do you think I have dolls instead of babies? I don't have patience to deal with anything. So, and part of the reason why my content is just quantity versus quality is obviously I'm just rushing through. It's like, okay, by the time I've got my makeup done and I'm ready to rock and roll. I just want to like pump out content. So if I fuck up, so like let's just say with today, I spilled water on the bed. Well, I don't have time to fucking waste it and clean that shit up. I'm just gonna throw a towel on it. It's just water. I don't have to like wash the sheets. Although I did spill water at the edge of the bed, so on the bottom part, and I shifted the bed over, and I exposed a new dirty spot, and I was like, ah, oh, great. It looks like, honestly, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't want to touch that shit, and it looks like, let's just say, I don't know, like melted caramel or some shit. Like, it's brown, it's gross, and I'm actually surprised that there's no ants on that shit. Like, that shit must have been there for, like, who knows how long. And that's another thing. Like, I don't like living so gross. But think about it like this. I keep telling you guys, I'm constantly on the move and worrying about the next move. So, like, for example, in this scenario right now, my next move, I already know it's going to take me X amount of minutes to walk over to the next place. And then they don't have a dedicated storage room that's secure. It's just, I told you guys this already. I saw, like, okay, some backpacker's big ass backpack was just sitting there on the floor out in the open. And how do I feel about, well, I mean, you guys already know I have too much shit. So my plan, excuse me, is to basically drop off my hard case luggage that I acquired for free. I'm going to bring that over the day prior to check-in. And, I mean, I just have so many bags. I have a big ass, so the big 2 suitcases, and then I have my digi bag. But it's just like, how comfortable do I feel dropping these things off, you know? Because, like, I'm so close to my final destination, which is the next country, right? Or at least in my mind, it's like I'm craving stability, and the next country is where I'm finally going to be able to drop off my bags and like chillax for a bit, meaning not have to be constantly on the move. But this is only after I can acquire certain things, such as the visa, and then of course securing a lease agreement. But that's only after feeling good enough with the neighborhood, like that I'm happy enough in the neighborhood, like where I'm just like, okay, I think I can live here without going batshit crazy because my neighbor's blasting their fucking and these are just risks, right? So I'm at the same time, it's like, well, I know they probably have like 3-6 month leases. There's just like an abundance of listings available. So, and you know, when there's just too much information, it's like I have to take the time and energy to sift through all this information, right? And let's see. I'm excited to start a new life. But then at the same time, I told you guys in the back of my mind, I'm constantly thinking about what is the exit strategy for my dad, right? So these are all the things that I have going on in the back of my mind, right? And, you know, it's like, oh, whatever you focus on is what you manifest. Well, I'm fucking tired of writing the same shit every fucking day. I'm so happy and grateful for my wealthy vampire parents. Thank you for my 9-inch penis. When is magic gonna fucking happen? I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting.